What up YouTube, JS here, coming at you with the budget OTK deskbot deck. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So 3/1s, ones just make up synchro plays pretty much. They have the ability to special summon themselves from grave. But yeah, other than that, it's just kind of a deskbot that just gains attack like all of them. And yeah, now 3/2s. 2 lets you search if it's special summoned. You can even search itself if you want, but I just wouldn't recommend it because you can do machine dupe, and you wouldn't want to search itself, obviously, because then now you can't machine dupe it and get 2 more searches. 3/3s, 3 brings out 2, and 2 searches. So yeah, 3 brings out 2. 3 can also bump up cards by how many deskbot cards are on the board, so that's always pretty good too. We go 3/4s. 4 is your main beat stick for just getting over monsters. He does not do damage when you use his effect, which is to dump a monster so that it gains attack equal to its level times like 500 times its level. Yeah. So yeah, 3 of those. 3/5s, 5 pops, spell, and traps, so that's what makes him pretty good. But he's more there just because he's a pendulum scale. If you machine dupe him, yeah, you can pop 3 spells and traps if you get all 3 of them out. So yeah, that's pretty good. 3/6. 6 is pretty much one of the worst ones. You can cut this card down if you want. You don't need to follow what I'm building here. As I said, this is on a budget. But 6 is more there because it's a 1 scale, and I prefer to kind of have a nice even ratio on like the scales. So 6 just changes the battle position. All deskbot monsters pretty much all gain attack. So it doesn't really matter on that part, but yeah, mostly just the effect is it changes the battle position, so if you really have to, you can. I just wouldn't 100% recommend it. Now 3/7s. 7's a 10 scale, and 7 has the ability that you must attack a 7, or attack this exact 7. So if you get 2 of them on board, they can't actually attack at all because they must attack one of the 7s. And well, actually the 7s say that you must attack this one, so that means it makes a little loop there. So having 2 7s is pretty good. So you can machine dupe 7 if you really want people to not attack, but they can still get destroyed with card effects and all that, so I wouldn't say it's that amazing. 8 has kind of the effect like 7, except for you can only target 8. So then it's 2 8s means that they can't target anything at all. But it's kind of easy to get over, so don't rely on it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Just don't 100% rely on it. I got screwed over so many times, so yeah. Your main beat stick is 9. 9 just gains the attack of all deskbot monsters. Doesn't matter if it's original, doesn't matter if it's been bumped. It gains the attack of all of them as well. So if they are bumped, it gains that attack. This is the only monster that will be able to attack if you do the effect. Nothing can activate when he attacks, so that's always pretty good. And he can prevent destruction by destroying another deskbot card on the board. So that means a spell or trap or a monster in the scale or spell and trap zone now. And now going to move on to traps. So 3 Fiendish Chain, obviously to stop monster effects and to stop people from attacking these guys. During your turn, or during, well, my turn when I play them, my attacks are going to be high, but once I pass it to my opponent, their attacks are most likely going to be really low and easy to beat over. So it's important to stop their attacks. So Fiendish Chain kind of just stops the abilities too in case something's about to go off. So that's why I play 3. 1 Jar of Avarice. This stuff goes pretty quick. People destroy my stuff like crazy. I destroy my stuff like crazy just to protect 9 and stuff like that. So just recycling everything just kind of works a little better than, yeah, just works. It's just way better than just leaving it in the grave. One Solemn Warning. Solemn obviously disrupts plays, so yeah, always Solemn. One Compulse, because if I have 9 and my opponent just keeps setting one card and I just want to beat over it every time without them having to activate anything, Compulse is the thing that's going to help like bounce it back, so then I can just attack for game. One Bottomless, because people are going to get, well, obviously they're going to summon a bigger monster than around 500 to about 1,000 attack. So Bottomless is always helpful because, yeah, it'll get rid of it. It'll just, bam, gone. 3 Machine Dupes. This is like the key card of the whole deck. It can make doubles of everything, so it's just like, why not? But yeah, pretty much you'd have to have 3 of one card to do Machine Dupe, so that's why there's like 3 of each one, except 9, because 9 is something that you just don't want to make, because only 1 9 can attack per turn, so no point. But everything else, perfect for Machine Dupe. Oh yeah, and just not 3 either. 3 has to be normal summoned to get effects. 2 base. If you brick your stuff, base shuffles it back. It has a stupid win condition too, like kind of a win condition, where it just sets your opponent back so far that they just can't do anything, but you have to banish 9 deskbot monsters with different names, which is really stupid. And your opponent just has to shuffle everything they have back into the deck, which is one reasoning. They're all different levels. Your opponent calling it right is very slim, so reasoning always works. Limited removal, just go for game, they're all machines. Now onto the extra deck. This is kind of an incomplete extra deck. It's just, well, I'm just throwing out ideas for you if you're interested. 1 Meteor Burst. It's just there to stop monster effects. If I don't have 9, I don't really want someone dropping an Honest and destroying my monster when, you know, you're trying to do big damage. So that's always there, and that's always a good option. 1 Hope Harbinger. 8s, you kind of want it to go to grave. You know, Despot 8 needs to kind of be in grave sometimes. But that's kind of the only reason why I have Hope, other than Hope's negate effects. That's always the good part about it. And the fact that they have to attack it to detach. So he's always a good one to make. Sending Despots to grave or having them on top of extra deck, well, having them on top of extra deck isn't as good as it used to be. So better off in grave. So Hope's always a good option for that. 1 Catastrophe, stop anything that's not dark. Star Eater, you can't negate summon, so that's perfect. A fun tech is just doing the Stealth Ninja, because he can attack while in defense because he's a super heavy samurai, and these things are all machines, so you can make them. But also he is a 7, so if you have a Crystal Wing, you can make Crystal Wing after with this. 1 Armades, again, don't want people activating things when I attack, so Armades is always good to play it safe. 1 Black Rose, doing a board wipe doesn't hurt you as much as it will to your opponent, because, yeah, it just doesn't hurt as much to this deck. But only if you have, obviously, cards in your hand or cards that you can set afterwards. That's what makes this card actually decent. Otherwise, just don't make Black Rose for the sake of it. Mistworm. The fact is, you can bounce 3 cards, why not? And attack for game, again, another thing that can just help you attack for game. 3 Jets. Jet can be used as pretty much fodder for the Despot base. But Jet can also destroy one of your cards on board and special one from deck. So it kind of makes it easier to get what you want out using Jet. So that's pretty decent. 1 Trish. Trish is always just good. Banishes everything. Or, well, banishes 1 card in hand, field, and in grave. So that's always good. And 1 Stardust Charge, just a draw card. It can attack all the special summon monsters if you want. But I just prefer it because it lets you draw a card, and it's a 2,000 attack. So that's not bad. But yeah, that's the deck. just leave a like or a comment if you think that there could have been something better that should have been added. Thanks. Bye.